as hell. What's going on, everybody? Intuitive Anthony. I'm not doing a video right now, guys. I'm just going to talk. Give people a chance to ask questions and get to know who I am outside of the content. I'm up. I'm always a little nervous and anxious the night before chemo. So this is not going to be on Chosen One content. I'm just going to answer questions, and I have a chemo appointment at 8 in the morning. I'm always anxious like this before chemo because chemo, you clearly really don't know what the hell it is. I mean, they say a lot of big doctor medicine words, but you don't really know what the hell it is. And chemo is so serious the way, people talk about it as it refers to cancer, that when I know I have to get up for an appointment in the morning for chemo, it really dawns on me. It solidifies in my mind that I really have stage 4 cancer. And I think that's what keeps me up, because I have chemo in the morning, so that's what keeps me up about the chemo, is that I know I have the appointment. All I got to do is sit there and let the IV do what it do. But it always makes me anxious because it's not like a regular doctor's appointment. You know what I mean? It's chemo. See what I'm saying? So I'm here just talking, letting people ask questions about me because I do Chosen One content. So if anybody wants to ask me questions about cancer, the chemo that I go to in the morning, I'm doing double duty, so I don't do small chemo sessions. I do chemo from 8 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon. Chemo that entire time. So people who don't know about cancer and chemo are welcome to ask questions, and ask questions about how it feels. Because chemo is, even if you, I've already had one chemo treatment. I've had a chemo treatment, you know what I mean? It wasn't bad that day. It was bad 2 days later. 2 days later is when all that chemo really tears up the body. So I've had a chemo session before, but the night before the chemo session, I was up like this. It's like getting ready to go to the first day of school, you know what I'm saying? Where the possibilities are endless. There's so many things running through your head. But with chemo, it's cancer. What's going on, Kristen? Yeah, Intuitive Anthony. I usually do Chosen One content, but tonight I'm wanting to answer questions that anybody may have. And I have a chemo appointment in the morning for chemotherapy. And the night before a chemo appointment, I'm always up and anxious like this. So if I'm up, I might as well be talking to my peoples out here. So I'm glad you guys are here. I appreciate you being here. You can ask any questions you want to ask. Miriam, I appreciate you being here too, guys. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe, because I'm battling stage 4 cancer. It spread from my throat to my liver and to my bone. So I noticed about a month ago, I went to run across the street at the light and I almost fell out because I couldn't feel my leg. My leg felt weird. And the doctor told me like 2 days later that the cancer has spread to the liver and to the bone. So that's why I'm having that problem with my leg. Ask any questions you guys want. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, guys. This red blanket, I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't even tell you where I got this from. You know what? I bought this at the I bought this like 3 months after my fiance passed away. It was at the store. I think it's like Bird. It's something with a B. It's over here by Walmart. I bought a couple of things from the store after I was packing up my house and everything. But yeah, ask any questions you want. Chemo is not when you're getting the chemo, it's like getting a regular IV. But 2 days later, when you wake up, first of all, your stomach is gonna go brrr, and you got to stay close to the bathroom because the chemo is working on my throat, my liver, and my bone. I'm not moving around a lot, and it's really doing a number on my liver. So I have to be in bathroom distance, and the throat since the first treatment of chemo the last time, California, South Carolina here. So guys, y'all can ask any questions you want to. I'm an open book. The throat cancer, because I had a knot on my throat, and when it rained, like my ear, nose, and throat, oh my God, it was so painful. But since that first round of chemo, that's going down. So I'm kind of excited about the chemo because it seems to be working, but it's still in the back of my mind that it's a chemo appointment in the morning. So that's not a regular doctor's appointment. That's kind of a big thing. Guys, if you can contribute, you don't have to, but if the Most High, or if you're feeling generous, down below, Cash App, PayPal are the best ways. Cash App, $ Anthony Young, 1978. PayPal is at Intuitive Anthony, 1978. Well, yeah, like since my fiance passed away, this whole year, since April 22nd of 2024 to now, it was losing the house, mother dying, stepfather dying, buying a car blowing up. So me and my dogs are staying in a hotel right now. And I'm trying to get disability, and you know how the government is. So I'm doing everything I can to speed that process along, because my subscribers have been taking care of making sure that me and the dogs, there's one right here and the other one's over here, have been able to be taken care of, because if I go into hospice, they have to cut off treatment, which means that I won't stand a chance of fighting this cancer, and I'm not letting my dogs go to a shelter. That's not happening. That's not happening. No way. So what questions do you guys have? I can answer anything. Okay. Fiance passed away. Got COVID. He worked at Bojangles, manager. Came home with COVID, taking gabapentin. Now, if you notice, gabapentin is on TV, saying that if you took gabapentin and you had to have an amputation, call this number. Leg got cut off. 21 blood clots. So they started using Plavix and all of this other stuff to thin out the blood to try to get rid of the blood clots, but that's a death sentence. I went to bed, woke up, and went in the living room, and they were sitting in front of the TV like this, still sitting upright on the couch, but like this. The blood clot moved to the heart, died. They died at 4. I woke up at 4:45. So they were already blue and cold. So, and everything happened after then. Since then, the mom died, stepfather died, lost the house, bought a car, that blew up. Applied for unemployment. Then found out I had cancer that was in the throat. Then they did the PET scan. PET scan turned out that the cancer had spread, and now it's terminal cancer of the throat, the liver, and the bone. So we were going to do radiation and then chemo, but the radiation is just a slow band-aid. So we ripped off the radiation and went straight full chemo. So that's why I'm in the chemo appointments way longer than everybody else. I'm in there from 8 to 3:30. Everybody's in there for like 15 minutes, half hour, and they're gone. But since my cancer is so progressive, we're trying to hit it hard. So after the chemo, I'll come home and see what the situation is with, you know, the landlord and the room, so that when I go down and go to sleep, usually when I wake up, the stomach starts bothering me, you know what I mean? The day after the chemo, and then that second day, oh God, it's over. It is over. Like, you just opening your eyes and feeling that you're awake, you're like, damn, let me just go back to sleep, because this is just, you have COVID. That's because because they brought COVID home and everybody got it. Everybody got better, but it left blood clots. 21 of them. That's why he couldn't feel his leg, cut the leg off. And the other blood clots, Plavix and all that other stuff, while still taking the gabapentin, which causes amputations, and couldn't save it. I was too late. So, and the weird thing was, they were talking to their parents, the mama was in the other room, cooked dinner, everything, fed the mama, sitting there watching TV, and I came out, and I'm like, Mom, he dead? He's dead? He ain't dead. I know dead when I see dead, and he's blue and cold. So I had to call the paramedics. The next day was the anniversary. That before the anniversary, before our anniversary of the day we met. So this whole year's been like a blur. But every day above ground is a blessing. I'm trying to grab that ball here. See, so whatever the situation is in life, it's been going so fast since the death, between the death, the cremation, the house, the car, and everything, the uprooting and everything. And she was his dog. So she was crying and under the bed for like weeks. And they didn't tell me that I was supposed to take the ashes, put them on the floor, and let the dog walk through the ashes. It does something to them, and it can help process the death. But luckily, they're fine. So we're relearning everything, and I'm trying to get disability, and that's another headache. I really haven't had time to grieve because there's been so much stuff going on. But with the Most High, I'm blessed. So I'm not worried. Any questions you guys want to ask? I'm an open book. I got time. If you got time, I'm chilling, you chilling. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up, guys. And let me know down in the description, there's an email address. If y'all want to go live while I'm doing a chemo appointment so that y'all can talk and ask questions and see what's, in the bag and all that stuff, let me know. Just email me because I'm okay with that because I'm going to be sitting there for hours anyway, so it's fine. Hit the thumbs up if you appreciate the content. Ask any questions you want, and if you can contribute, please do. It all goes to making sure we have a place to stay and food to eat, and I keep going to my chemo appointments. That's the main thing. Down in the description, Cash App and PayPal, the most efficient. Cash App, $ Anthony Young, 1978. PayPal is at Intuitive Anthony, 1978. Aaron, how you doing? What's going on? So this is a chance because I'm up, and I'm always nervous about these chemo appointments. I mean, it's pretty standard. The nurses who hook me up and get me all squared away with the chemo are really, really nice. They don't bother you, so you're just sitting there. But while you're sitting there, if y'all want me to go live, I'd be more than happy to go live. Good. I'm glad you're blessed. Shalom. I appreciate that. See, that's what it is. It's just sitting there, and then the chemo. So chemo is not like you just going to get like some fluids and stuff like that. It's chemo. It's serious. And then because I am a chosen one and my family's took advantage of me and abused me and all that stuff, I don't have no family or friends coming. They've been cut off. I haven't talked to them in 6-7 years. So I kind of ride this thing alone. So I do appreciate the time talking to people because that really helps. You know what I mean? It doesn't make you feel alone in the situation. And at the same time, there's people who have questions about this. So if you got a question, fire away. But yeah, I'm going to be up because chemo's like that. I just sit there in the chair, and the needle for the chemo is very, very small. You know how when you get blood drawn, the needle for the chemo is even smaller than that. That's kind of weird. It's kind of smaller than that. But it goes right here. There's still, the vein is still raised since that first treatment. So I don't know if y'all be able to see it here. Probably not. Wait, where the hell is it at? This vein right here is now elevated. And that's where it goes in at. They put the needle in there, and you sit there, and then when that bag is low, they put another bag on. And so I'm more than willing to go live if people want to, go along for the process. But this is a chance for people to get to know Intuitive Anthony because I went live earlier. And I try to go live as much as possible. But the day of the chemo is not a problem. That following day, you start feeling a little queasy, upset, stomachy. And then that second day, it's over. You ain't doing nothing. If you get up, it's to run to the bathroom and run back to bed. And it's a back and forth, back and forth. You feel sick, you feel queasy, you feel hot, you feel cold. And I have a feeding tube in my stomach. because they were planning on the radiation, and the radiation was going to like go after my throat, so I wouldn't be able to swallow. So they had the feeding tube so that I could get food. The feeding tube covered by insurance. The syringes that I need to put the food in covered by insurance. The food not covered by insurance. So there's that bull crap that they got going on. Austin, what's going on? I appreciate those words. I'm not gonna give up. I mean, this is all part of my story. This is all part of my story. You just got to give it to God and let Him do it. You know what I'm saying? But since that first treatment, I can eat now. So I've been taking full advantage because I lost 30 pounds. I thought it was the stress of fiance dying, losing the house, buying the car, and it blowing up after the insurance, the license, the registration, the tags, and all of that. Then coming to find out I had throat cancer, and then after they did the PET scan, finding that it spread throughout my body and became terminal, I just thought I was stressed out, and that's why I was losing weight. I knew my throat hurt really, really bad, and it hurt for a long time. So when I finally went to the ER, that's when I found out. But this was all in the period of a year. All in the period of a year. So I'm not giving up. I mean, every day above ground is a blessing. We're not guaranteed to be here forever. So if y'all got any questions, fire away. Give me one quick second. I just got to use the restroom. You know what's a really bad part too, guys? Rocco, no, my name's Anthony. Another bad part about the chemo is that because as a chosen one, that's my content, which I normally do. A lot of people, a lot of past trauma and stuff, I was moving through, I was processing and handling it. Now this is mine, this Beta and Sapphire, her mama's over there. I cut a lot of people off, family-wise, because they were just not, moving right. So now I'm going through all of this by myself. The chemo, the cancer, the death, the funeral, everything's been by myself. Which is good too, because someone took your dog. I got my two and I'm not leaving them for nothing. Especially after the last year I've had. But doing it with nobody there it's lonely in a way because nobody's checking up on you to see if you living or dead. I mean, I have a neighbor that comes by and checks on me. But no family calls, nobody checking on me, no nothing. So in a bad way, it's kind of lonely when you're fighting cancer by yourself. But the good thing is that when the Most High blesses you for all that you endured, can't nobody come back around and say, cuz, what's going on? Remember this, remember that? No, get the fuck out of here. Nobody was there when this was going on. Let's keep it that way. Because, see, the Most High will bless you for what you go through. You know what I'm saying? The Most High will bless you. But you just got to be faithful in it and just keep rolling. So that's what I'm doing. But, see, this is the time when I can communicate with people. And I appreciate y'all time. So if there's a question, go for it. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up, guys. And if you can contribute, down in the description, Cash App and PayPal are the most efficient. Cash App, $ Anthony Young, 1978. PayPal is at Intuitive Anthony, 1978. It all goes towards food or shelter, this roof over our head, and me just getting back and forth to my chemo appointments so that I can ring that cancer bell and say that I'm in remission. I don't know if that's going to happen, but at least I'm giving it a good college try. You know what I'm saying? Fight. So if you can contribute, it's a blessing. There's a GoFundMe too. Y'all can share that on social media and stuff like that too. because that would be beneficial as well. But that second day after that chemo treatment, that's when you feel whatever it is that they put in that IV bag. Because it makes your blood, like, I don't know, because when I finally started feeling better after feeling so sick, I was sitting outside with my neighbors, and every bug and mosquito was trying to bite me. So it does something to your blood, which makes you very appealing to bugs. But at the same time, being sick for so long and being in the bed and not moving, when you start moving around, you start getting more energy, you start getting more motivated, because before the treatment started, I was like, you know, what is the point anymore? You know what I mean? It's terminal, let's just end it and be done. But once you start getting better and your energy comes back, you start getting more motivated, you start getting back to living. That's where I'm at. So I'm excited about the chemo treatment because it's working, but I'm also nervous because it's chemo. So in my head, I can forget sometimes that I have terminal cancer and just live. But when you got an appointment that you have to be at in the morning, you're not really a morning person, and chemo is not like you go in there and get a little shot and you out. You got to sit there and look at that bag and watch that bag get empty and watch the nurse come put another bag up and watch that one get empty. So you're sitting there and you are fully aware of what cancer fight you're fighting. So you get in your head a little bit. And then you come home and you try to put it out your mind and take it one day at a time. And then you feel really, really sick, and you feel so sick, you feel like, damn it, I feel like I just want to die already. But that's the way it makes your body feel. You feel so bad. But then after that, you start feeling really good. So you start getting more motivated and back into life. And my beard fell out. My goatee used to be longer, thicker. Like, I guess all of it, well, in the morning after that chemo treatment, it'll start falling out. I went to combing and it was just coming out. Hey, I don't care about the hair. I can grow my mane back. I can grow my mane back. It's just getting that clean bill of health. Guys, ask any questions you want to. I'm an open book. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate you guys' time. Hit the thumbs up. And if you can contribute, or if you can give anything to help another person, especially someone who's struggling, I'll appreciate it, guys. Down in the description, Cash App, PayPal, the most efficient. Cash App, $ Anthony Young, 1978. PayPal is at Intuitive Anthony, 1978. So I'll be away from my babies, but when I come back home, I usually come in, try to give them a little snack or something. Then I gotta take them outside. So I've been having my neighbor sometimes come because she can walk them, because I can't even get up to walk them. I tried on the second day when I first started chemo a couple of weeks ago, and I made it to the car outside. And I felt so sick, I had to hold on to the car and come back in the room. And my babies will not go outside without me. They're not leaving me. She was like, come on, I'll take y'all outside. And they were like, nah, we're not doing that. So I'm doing this so I can be with them longer. You know what I'm saying? So I can live with them longer and we can live together and stuff like that. So it's all for a good cause, and it's all for the fight to live. You know what I'm saying? So I'm good talking. If y'all good chilling, I am too. Oh boy, I think everybody's gone. I'm coming back in. So ask any questions you want about chemo. Because when I asked them what it was, I asked them, was it like radioactive or something like that? Did they put like radiation? And because radiation is radiation, you know what that word means. Chemo is a little ambiguous. I don't really know what the hell is in chemo, but it's a whole bunch of medicines. And the doctor told me yesterday when they drew blood, because they drew blood to make sure that the chemotherapy is working. So I'll probably get those results tomorrow. I'll probably get those tomorrow, if not the following week. Because I do a big chemo treatment. The following week I get my blood tested. And then that following week I go back in for another big chemo treatment. And my second big chemo treatment is tomorrow morning. So I've already got my alarm set. I'll be there at my appointment because it's a matter of life and death. But tomorrow they're going to do the normal chemo, and they had to test my blood to see if I have this protein in my blood that they could give me a certain medication that will help with that. So that's why they was testing my blood, and as soon as they get the results of that, I'll find out if they're going to give me an additional drug to go with the chemo. It's all to work together for the good and to get me healthy again. Guys, if you can, pray for me. I'm hoping disability comes through, because that would be a stress off my back, not worrying if we're going to get put out, and that we, like, while I'm waiting for this disability to come, that, you know, we can support ourselves and I can focus on getting better instead of worrying if I'm going to have rent and trying to drag my body out of this room with my stuff and my dogs. Because if my dogs ain't going in the shelter. So if me and my dogs got to be in the woods, then so fucking be. Because after the death of my fiance, I am not trying to lose my dogs, period, point blank. And the Most High has been with me, and he's been blessing me with people who have been contributing and helping me stay afloat while I'm waiting for disability. So in the end, it's all in the Most High's hands. What's going on? Is that great? I like the name. Yeah, so with the Most High, he's been blessing me, so that luckily while I'm waiting for the disability, me and the dogs have had a place to stay. But I'm doing good. In the morning, I got a chemo appointment. The second round of chemotherapy for the terminal cancer. So the night before the chemotherapy, I'm always sitting up. Like, I went to sleep earlier from like 6 or 7 to 10:30. And then I woke up, and I'm always like this, sitting up thinking about the chemo. I mean, I've done it all one time already. Thank you so much. That means so much, Austin. I appreciate that, because those kind words do mean a lot. I'm going to keep fighting, because after the year we've had, there's no way I'm going to give up now. And I'm not leaving my puppies alone. So if my puppies ain't got no place to stay, I ain't got no place to stay. But the Most High has been covering us. The Most High has been covering us. And people have been contributing and helping. And I have been chasing my lawyers, disability down, trying to get them to rush this along, because I got terminal cancer. I apply for the compassionate allowance, which means that they can rush it, and instead of taking months to a year for disability, they already know what the situation is. They can go ahead and approve it, so that in turn I don't have to worry about paying bills and having a place to stay and feeding me and the dogs. I can focus on my chemotherapy, getting better, getting healthier, exercising, and getting back to getting back. You see what I'm saying? So luckily the Most High has been with us. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe, guys. I appreciate that, Austin, so much. I appreciate that, because kind words are something that people don't pass around anymore, and I thank you so much for that, because I'm going to be at my appointment in the morning. And if you guys want me to go live while I'm sitting there in chemotherapy, all I'm doing is sitting there. In the description, there is a email. Email me. That way I know that I'm not just going live and that this is something people don't want to see, because I'm sitting there and I can talk, and I'm trying to give people a chance to know me, Intuitive Anthony, outside of the Chosen One content, and actually see the walk that I'm going through. Because as a Chosen One, when you cut people off that they're trying to dog you, unalive you, and stuff like that, they will look for an opportunity to come back into your life, especially under the guise that they care. That's the open door that those parasites look for. And no, I'm going through this by myself. They're not coming in, because once I ring the bell for that cancer to be in remission, the Most High will bless me. And I don't have to worry about nobody coming in and saying that we friends and we cool and we this and we that, because they wasn't there doing the biggest fight of my life. It don't get more clear cut than that, right? So I keep going. But that second day after that chemo treatment, opening your eyes and laying in the bed, you're gonna feel so bad you just want to knock yourself right back out, because just feeling the way your body feels horrible. But sometimes you got to go through the bad to get to the good. You know what I'm saying? And at least, hopefully, I will have a place to stay. So every now and then, I hopefully have neighbors check up on me. And usually my subscribers have sent me some stuff so that I could put food on this table, this little bed table, so that if I wake up and I want something to eat, I can't stand up at the microwave and wait for something to cook. I can't use that little eye stove to fix anything because you think you feel bad laying down, standing up is 10 times worse. So I can put little things on the table so that when I wake up, I'm weak, I can roll over and get something to eat. So that's a blessing. So the subscribers and the people who have been here have been a lifesaver. The Most High has been using them to keep us sustained, and I'm so thankful. So thankful. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe. Guys, if y'all have any questions, go ahead, fire away. Or if there's anything either whether about the cancer or about the Chosen One content that you'd like for me to clear up, I'm down for it. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up, guys. And if you can contribute, please do. Cash App, PayPal, they're both in the description. Cash App, PayPal are the most efficient ways because whatever comes there, I can take to the office and they can run the card and I can pay on the room so that while I'm fighting chemo and feeling sick, I don't have to worry about them knocking on the door asking for money. Cash App is in the description. $ Anthony Young 1978. PayPal is at Intuitive Anthony 1978. There's a GoFundMe down below. You can share that with anybody, guys. That also helps too. And share the content on any social media format that you like or whatever, guys. I appreciate y'all being here. Because even when you're facing life and death by yourself, I know the Most High's got me. You know, that walk with the Most High. Some people come on here and they talk about chosen ones and karmics and things of that nature, and they talking a good talk. If you notice TikTok, a lot of the damn TikTokers are saying the same shit because they're just copying each other. I'm not doing that. Everything I say, me and the Most High communicate. I'm not following trends. Some of these people just saying what they think is popular. I live this. So I know exactly what I'm talking about. And I think that's why the Most High is like sustaining me. I am one of his children. And without him, I wouldn't be here. And without you guys contributing and stuff like that, I wouldn't be here. So I appreciate that. But yeah, like, I'll be sitting up here and then right around 2 hours or 3 hours before my appointment, I'll get sleepy. And I'll sleep a little bit and then I'll go to my appointment. But I'm still going. That light went out because the light goes on and off all the time by itself. But with the fight like this, and you're fighting for your life and you're fighting against cancer, you realize that your patience with silly shit with people in the world and people who like to cause drama and chaos, your patience gets real short with silly shit. And because you're a chosen one and dealing with that, you really don't play around. So those narcissists and people who want to come into your life and bother you, they know now is not the best fucking time. Because this is the situation when you're fighting for your life with chemo. I'm only handing out lollipops and ass whippings, and I'm fresh out of fucking lollipops. That's how it goes. And see, the narcissists and the karmics, they only play games. They only play games because as far as life goes, they're losers. They're not going to win. They're not going to be successful. They've already forfeited their right to any prize. They're not going to win. So what they do is they go out there and love to cause problems for other people who stand a shot of winning that life and doing something good. Because if they ain't going to be shit, nobody else is going to be shit. And they will take an opportunity like a diagnosis, a terminal diagnosis, to use that as an opportunity to sneak back into your life under the guise of care. But there's a lot of nurses out there who's supposed to care, but they're killing their patients. See, that's the kind of stuff. They like to be considered virtuous and holy and helpful, but that's only on the outside. That's only on the outside. And so they will take something as traumatic as you getting the life or death diagnosis, and they'll use it to their benefit just to come in and torture you some more. So be mindful of that, people. So thank you so much, Breeze. So I'm not letting them come in. They're not coming in because I have to focus on my health, my dogs, a place to stay, and I don't have time to mess around with Heckle and Jekyll and all of this silly shit and them wanting somebody to help them after they purposely torch their own life. and then they want to call you in to save them, and then when you do save them, they give you their ass to kiss, discard you, and then call you back at a later time and do the same thing over again. Nobody has time for that. And with this fight that I'm going through, this is going to remind me of who was there when I was at my lowest, so that when I do get blessed by the Most High, they can't say shit to me that's going to make me feel bad for them and help them in any way, because they were never there. So that's all the motivation you really, really need. You know what I'm saying? Guys, don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up, guys. If you're not a member, hit subscribe and hit the notification bell. And if you want to know, if you want me to go live at a chemo treatment, let me know in the email in the description. Because there's an email down there. Just email me and let me know if that would be something that you would be interested to see, because I'll answer questions and talk at the same time. Hit the thumbs up. It sends it up in the algorithm, and YouTube shares it with others so that it'll get more views. And if you can, and you feel like contributing, you want to help out, God bless you. Down in the description, Cash App and PayPal are the most efficient and best ways to contribute, because I can take that card and pay on the room to make sure that we, my little babies who are knocked out, have a place to stay while I fight to get better from chemo. Cash App, $ Anthony Young, 1978. PayPal is at Intuitive Anthony, 1978. I just wanted to come on here and talk, guys. I won't keep you long because I see y'all don't have many questions. But guys, if I'm feeling up to it, and depending on what the living situation is like tomorrow after I get back from chemotherapy, I might do a live. But if it is, it'll probably be from the bed. But guys, I appreciate y'all time. And if you have any idea, if you really have any ideas for if you want to see me, at the chemo appointment and ask questions about it and stuff, email me down below in the description. And if you can contribute after the live, please do, guys. Everything will help, guys. But until I talk to you again, guys, if you like it, I love it. These narcs out here, cold-blooded, guys, pray for me. And if you can contribute, talk to you tomorrow, hopefully, guys. Intuitive Anthony. I appreciate you, Breeze. I appreciate you so much. You guys have a good night. I'm going to sit here and stare at the wall and get ready for chemo. It's nothing bad. It's just a mental battle. But, guys, y'all have a good night, or depending on where you're at, guys, y'all have a good one. Peace.